So why are you wasting your money on this type of restoration where you will never get your money out of it? And his response, it doesn't matter. I'm never selling the car. I want this to be a truly unique car. And that's why I'm spending the money on it. Now, there are some out there who think, well, that's just foolish because you'll never get your money back out of that. It's true. You will never get your money back out of it. It's true. I will never get my money back out of this this Jaguar Mark 7 51 that I'm restoring. But let me ask you a question. If you're a bass fisherman, you ever going to get your money back out of your bass boat? How about your ski boat? How about your golf club memberships and your golf clubs? How about your video game setup? Are you ever going to get your money back out of that? Of course not. Because you don't do it to make money. You make money at your job. You make money at your business. So when you're done, you can spend money on all this other kind of stuff. And that's what a hobby's all about. That's what a passion's all about. My old mentor told me one time, the reason you make money is to buy the tickets in life to have fun. And that's really the only reason to work. I mean, once you've raised your family, okay, you've raised your family because that's the obligation that you put forth. You have an obligation to pay your bills. You have an obligation to parents and children and your wife or your husband. You have obligations to that, sure. But once that is done, and thank God we live in the West where we have extra money. When that's done, you can spend your money on what you want. You can buy those tickets in life to have fun. Mine just happens to be pouring inordinate amounts of money and time into restoring old British cars. Now, back to the movies, back to music, back to baseball, back to sports in general, back to video games. Dear listeners, please don't think that my intent is to criticize you for what you like, okay? It's your thing, and you should enjoy it. But I'm out. I'm just not into that kind of stuff. Baseball, sports in general, I lost interest in football a long time ago. Basketball, same way. Even college basketball, I don't care for anymore. It's changed. And I haven't changed with it. So I'm not going to say that if you like this stuff that I don't care about, movies, music, sports, video games, if you like that stuff and I don't, that's wonderful. I understand I'm in the minority. And just because I don't like it doesn't make it bad. But as I mentioned before, traditional marketing sources decided a long time ago to cut people my age out, which is, I think, why the last 10 years, my interest in all those things has been waning, okay? Because they're not marketing towards me. If you're trying to sell somebody something, and in my day job, I'm a salesman, so I know a little bit about that. If you're trying to sell something to someone, you have to find out, okay, this is the product or service that I offer. Why would this person want to buy it? If the answer is because they need it, you massage it so that it better fits their needs. If they don't need it, perhaps you can come up with a way that they can need it. You can adjust your product so that they do, in fact, need it. We do that all the time with our products. Case in point, if you cut one product, you use this type of steel. But if we change the type of steel, you can cut another product. Okay? So we adapt to what the customer needs. And that's what most marketing groups do. However, if there's a group that you really don't care about, that you don't want to market to, because let's be honest, in business, the old adage is you can't be everything to everyone, and that's true. But the 55 and older, those are the ones who are left out for some reason. I don't know why. But it's not like, okay, nobody's marketing to us, so we're just going to go ahead and take our money, put it in the bank, and then our children get it when we die. No, we don't do that. We spend it on other stuff. People go out and buy $250,000 Ford Broncos, and it happens a lot. Go to a classic car show sometime. As the weather's getting warmer, they're all over the place, and there haven't been as many recently because of the pandemic, but now the pandemic has waned. The pandemic has turned more into an endemic, I think they're saying. There's going to be more classic car shows. Go out and look at these cars. Friends, if you see a classic car out there that's in a show, they have spent hundreds, perhaps thousands of hours on this car. And thousands or tens of thousands, in some cases hundreds of thousands of dollars to restore this car, to build this car, to buy this car. It's an inordinate amount of money. It's a stupid amount of money. But please consider, if you're not paying money to see sports or go to the movies or buy new music or play video games, you have that money to spend. It's your money. It's your dream. It's your passion. Enjoy it. Well, that's it. We're done. How do you get the James Strong Show podcast? It's easy. The easiest way is send your email address to me, jamesstrongshow@hotmail.com. All one word, jamesstrongshow@hotmail.com. Send me your email address, and I will put you on the mailing list, and I will send you a link to the podcast upon publication, and you can download it and listen to it at your leisure. Lots of other places to get the James Strong Show podcast. In fact, the list is almost infinite. iTunes, iHeartRadio, Player FM, Facebook, Twitter, TuneIn, Radio Online, the podcast app, YouTube, Spotify, Google Podcast, CastBox, Deezer, Podcast Addict, JioSaavn, Amazon Music, Podcaster, Gab, Rumble, Locals, Getter, or Spreaker.com. Spreaker.com. Oh, and if you want to listen to me on the radio, I think I'm still on KSOQ in Washington, Missouri, between 10 p.m. and midnight on the weekdays. That's it. I'm done. Until next time, this is James Strong saying adios.